Hello guys, so today I'll be solving this problem. So the problem states that count odd numbers in an interval range. Okay, so we have been given two integers, low and high, and we just need to return the count of odd numbers between this range. Okay, and that to be inclusive. Okay, so since it's an easy problem, so there is nothing much to do. Okay, you guys can simply iterate from low to high. Okay, but here the thing is, our low and high are varying between 10, like 0 to 10 to the power 9, right? Yeah. Okay. So a simple iteration of linear loop. So that will basically give you a TLE. Okay. So we need to act a bit smart. Okay. So uh, what we can say is our low and high will always lie in a number line, right? Okay. And if you see, okay, we can apply the arithmetic progression concept here. Okay, so how does the arithmetic progression work? Okay, so when we have a sequence where every adjacent sequence is getting increment by for example, this a2 a3, let's say I have this kind of a sequence, and all numbers are incremented by a fixed quantity. Okay. Okay, so in order to get a2 I need to add this fixed quantity over a1. To get a3 I need to get this fixed quantity by a2. Okay, so this is something we have been taught in our high school, right? So this similar idea we can apply it here. Okay, because this number will be in a sequence. Okay, we just need to modify the interval limits, and we can easily solve it via AP. Okay, so the generic formula to represent a number in AP is get the starting element, okay, plus whatever next number you want. Okay, let's say I want the nth number. So in order to get that, I will do n minus 1 times d. Okay, so this is the general you can say notation how we represent a n number, right, in a arithmetic progression. Okay, so let's check how can we use it here. Okay, so here what the question has given us, it has given us low and high. Okay, so based on that we can modify our a1 and an. Okay, so let's have some conditions. Okay, so let's say I build a matrix kind of stuff. Okay, so let's say if let's erase this first. Okay, so let's say this is for my a1. Okay, so let's say a1 is odd. Okay, and let's check out these condition. Okay, and similarly for here I will do, so for an to be odd and an to be even. Okay, so let's check the first condition. Okay, so if a1 is odd and an is odd, which means I need to consider a1 and an in my counting, right? So I can simply put this formula here. Okay, so this will give what? So I need to find n only, right? So I can say here this will be an minus a1, okay, divided upon d, okay, plus 1. So this will give rise to my n. Okay, so if both of them are odd, I can directly use this formula, an minus a1 upon d plus 2 plus 1. Okay, now what is d here? Okay, so if you check out the odd number sequence, so that will be like what, 1 3 5 7, right? Here you can see every number is getting incremented by plus 2, right? Like that it will go. So yeah, so here the value of d is 2. Okay, now similarly let's check if a1 is even and an is odd. Okay, so if a1 is even, which means the next number to it, which is like a plus 1, a1 plus 1 should be odd, right? So this guy will become my first number in my odd sequence. Okay, so I'll simply put in this value. So this will become an minus a1 plus 1 divided upon d plus 1, right? Now similarly let's check out here. Okay, so if I'm saying a1 is odd and an is even, okay, then that means here I have a1 which is odd, and here I have an which is even. Okay, and since I need to act in this boundary, okay, so what is my last odd number that I need to check? That is basically an minus 1, right? So I will put this value here. So I'll say an minus 1 minus of a1, okay, upon d plus 1, right? Now here in this case, when both of them are even, that means I need to shift a1 to one step, okay, a1 plus 1, okay, because now this guy will become my odd number starting point, okay, and now this guy will go like this to an minus 1, okay, because this is my last odd number, okay, if an is even, which means I basically need to combine this statement. So here I will do an minus 1, okay, minus of a1 plus 1 upon d plus 1, okay. So yeah, this is the whole idea. So just check the nature of like parity of an and a1 and an, and yeah, and from that we can easily derive this formulas to get the answer, okay. And all this will be like constant time operation, right, because these are like simple math operations, okay. So let's code it up in C++. So yeah, so I'll check the nature of the number. Let's say if low is odd, okay, so the check will be mod 2 not equal to 0, okay, then bull high is odd, so this will become high mod 2 not equal to 0, okay. Then I will create my answer variable. So let's create ans, okay, and I will set it in my conditions, okay. So I'll say if low is odd and high is odd, okay, so then that means my answer will become this guy, okay. So I'll say ans equal to high minus low upon 2, and I can do a plus 1 here, okay. Now for the second case, let me just copy this, okay. So for the second case, when I'm saying my low is even, which basically means if low is not odd, okay, and high is odd, then in that case my low will, I need to increment 1 in my low, so this will become this guy. So I'll say low plus 1. Let's move it here, yeah. Then let's copy this, okay. Then for this case where low is odd and high is even, or low is odd and high is not odd, which is this guy, which basically means I need to do a minus 1 here, okay, and I need to do low here, okay, cool. Then the final case, else, okay. So yeah, so yeah, in this case I need to do minus 1 with my high and plus 1 with my low, okay, because if both of them are even I need to shift my boundaries, okay. So I'll do a plus 1 here, cool. And yeah, after this I will simply return my answer, okay. If I run this, oh yeah, I missed semicolon, I think I'm all right, cool. Cool, all test case passed. Let's submit. Cool. Yeah, so yeah, so this is the idea. Now let's do it for Golang, okay. So I'll first create low is odd, so that will be a check of parity of low, 0, and similarly I can copy this, I can do this high, okay, and then I can create an answer variable. So ans will be int, okay. Let's do this, okay. Now I'll put this conditions, okay. So see, these conditions are pretty identical between the language, okay, because there is nothing much here. So I can simply copy this C++ code, okay, and I will just write it in Golang, okay. So just Golang need this curly braces, okay. We cannot write this kind of one-liner in Golang. So yeah, for each curly brace I can do something like this, and let's move this guy here, and yep, this here, and finally the else case. Cool. So yeah, this is fine. Let's run this, okay. So the same code in C++, all test case passes in Golang. Okay, just these things are different. Okay, now let's submit it. Cool, all test case pass and we have successfully submitted. Now let's write it in Rust. Okay, so similar to how we did the porting between C++ to Golang, we can do the same thing in Rust. We just need to initialize our variable correctly. So I'll say low is odd, so that will become low mod 2 not equal to 0 0, and let high is odd, so that will become high mod 2 not equal to 0. Okay, then I will create my answer variable, and yeah, so my answer variable, yeah, cool. Now I can simply copy paste this part. Okay, and this will work because you can see there is no uh, there is not any like there is no operation which is like differing between any of the languages. Okay, so yeah, fingers crossed, should run. Okay, it run. Cool, now let's submit it. Cool, successfully submitted. So yeah, that's the idea. Okay, so we just need to check the parity of my limits, my low and high, and based on that I can build this kind of, you can say, similar to a confusion matrix. Okay, where for every condition I have this formulas. Okay, and with that we solve this problem in constant time. Okay, and you can see I'm not using any space, so yeah, in constant space also. Cool, so I hope you guys learned something new. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, and you can add any comments if you have any doubts. I will be happy to answer your questions. So yeah, just stay tuned to watch more videos. Thank you. Bye bye.